Yeah, Dennis here of Cappel Training and Shoeing. Got an interesting situation here to work a colt through. I've got, you can hear one tied up over here, and then I'm out in the pasture and there's some cows over there. These colts haven't been out. This is their second time out in this kind of an environment. So there's a little stream right there and there's a hill on the other side. So I'm gonna go across that stream and then go up the hill and just see what those cows do when I get up in there with them. I'm not going to try to work a cow, but I do want to, if I can, step up there and have those cows step away from this colt so that it's kind of a confidence builder. But the first thing I got to do is get across this water. So as I'm approaching that water, I'm letting him take a step towards it. When I ask him to move over to the left, he just kind of braced up and pushed into the right just a little bit to avoid coming down to this water. He's pushing his hip into my right leg, so I got that hip over right there. First thing I want to do is get his nose out across it. If he'll put his nose down. Just let him think his way through. I'm not doing anything right now, just blocking him off from going left and right, but I'm not asking for much forward here. I'm just going to let him try his way through. Got his feet in the water now, so I'm going to just hold him there a minute with his feet in the water. I don't want him in a hurry. See, when he got a little more in depth in the water, he got a little bit afraid right there, so I'm going to just hold him there. Let him feel that water underneath him and let him know it's all right. I was able to hold him there. Sometimes you're not able to hold them. Sometimes they'll get afraid and they'll try to jump out of there, but he let me hold him in that water. But I want to get him comfortable with his feet in the water, so I'm going to put him back in it. You see, he'd rather get on across it than he would be to stand in it. I'm going to hold him right here. Hold him. Wait. I'm going to turn and go upstream here, right in the water, and hold him right in the water. He's going to try to get off left or right, I'm sure. It gives me an opportunity to get on that right side and hold him to the left. See that? And let him take those steps, deliberate steps. Now, he's standing in it here. I'm gonna just let him sit here a minute. Let him be quiet. I'd like to turn him loose here and give him an opportunity to leave. He took it, so I slowly got a hold of him, brought him back. There, I've got him loose. Give him an opportunity to stay here or to try to leave. And he's chosen to stay here, so that's a good thing. So I'm gonna on purpose ride him out. See, when it's your idea to ride him out of the stream, it's a whole lot different than them being in a hurry to get through. Let's see how he is about crossing it this time. All right, let's go up and see what he does. That old cow right up on top of the hill just kind of got her head up, looking right at him. You know, and that's better than running away, but she's challenging us just a little bit. So I'm gonna step up here. Just keep stepping to him. If they'll part and let me walk through them, I'd like to do that. They might not be able to do that. They might have to go together with each other as they're leaving. But those little steps that they're doing, taking away, is building confidence in the colt I'm on. Now they're going to part. I'm going to go right between them. like give him of accomplishment. Cows aren't afraid of him. He's not afraid of them. Pretty good experience for a colt. That's much better than having the cows get afraid and the colt get afraid. This little incline here presents another opportunity that I think is well worth taking. I'm going downhill right here. I'm going to stop right here and ask him to take himself back uphill. You see that shoulder off to the left just a little bit, so I'll pull just a little bit on that left rein, use my left leg. When I feel him taking a step back, I let him have freedom. Feel him pulling on the hand a little bit. He's got his right shoulder down just a little bit now. Now he's got this left one. Bump that left shoulder back over there. I'm waiting on him to take a step backward. There it is. And pretty soon, he'll figure out how to crawl his way back up this hill. And I think this really helps a colt learn how to navigate this kind of country for one, but probably most importantly for me, teaches them how to soften right here behind the saddle. It teaches them how to break right there behind the saddle, just as they break in the pole. So we get a real strong lifting of the back. Ask him to move his feet. He's stuck here because he's got to go up behind. You can't pull too hard here because they'll come up in the front and the back feet will slip out from under them. See, I'm just gonna wait. I don't want him going forward. I don't want him going left. There, he took himself straight back. I'm just staying steady with my hands, waiting on him. He's pushing on my hands a little more than I'd like to, almost more than he could take. By that I mean if he pushes much harder, he's liable to hurt himself in the mouth a little bit, and then feel like he's got to do something different. There. He thought if he could paw a little bit, he'd get me to quit, but the right answer is in the backing there, crawling up on this hill. The right answer is the quitting spot. Old cow standing here right behind me still. Still pulling on my hands a little more than I'd like, so I'll hold and wait. There's a relief, there's a relief. The relief comes as soon as he thinks about moving his feet backwards. There it is, there it is, there it is. Perfect, good job. Now then, he not only got to come across that ditch, back up that hill, drive these cows out of the way just a little bit. He got to be feeling a little bit like King Kong right now, because he got to overcome a lot of different obstacles here in a short period of time. And the whole point, my point was, if I arranged it so that when he listened to me and he did the thing that I wanted, he found that almighty release. And the almighty release is what gave him the confidence to be able to do all this. So anyway, there's some things you can do when you're out just riding around and help these colts get a little more confidence.